Alright, what is going on YouTube? And we are back with another Spiral Abyss video. Same old Spiral Abyss, but new teams. This is the 5.4 Spiral Abyss, the one that came out February 16th, I believe it was. And we are doing this because I felt confident with my Diluc team for the first time in like a good year or so. I remember I got Farina, and I was like, ooh, this could be huge for Diluc, because I always use Yelan and Jinqiu on my Hutao team. I was like, this is going to give me time to, or this is going to give me a nice Hydro application and buff Diluc. But it worked a little better in my head than it did in action. And I know that Diluc is huge on a Cloud Retainer team. Don't know what her name is. It's like Xin Yan or something. It's not actually. I know there's already a Xin Yan. But we're getting sidetracked here. Diluc. He's our second half team, and our first half team is Raiden Hyper Carry. Because I also haven't been using Raiden as much lately. I've been using mostly the Mavuika team and the Hutao team. Yep, you can see right here, Mavuika is on Diluc team, but we did not use this as a Mavuika, or yeah, she was not the main focus. I can say that with confidence. She's mostly just doing off-field damage, and we use her burst. There's no bike riding going on here. And Diluc definitely has the most on-field time out of anybody on this team. So don't you worry, there is no false advertisement here. We just used her instead of Jingling because she does probably a lot more damage than Jingling. And I have a bone to pick with characters that have a high energy cost. Nothing is more irritating than that, than having to sacrifice crit rate and crit damage and attack and elemental mastery for energy recharge. Or you have to like battery them with another pyro character. Nobody else wants to do that. Or use a slot on having Raiden on that team, when I can have Raiden in a Raiden Hyper Carry team and do like 400,000 damage, like nuke slashes with her ult. Nobody wants that. So Mavuika, game changer for off-field damage. I think Mavuika is a really cool character because she can be used so well as a main DPS, but just as well as a sub-DPS in a team where, you know, pridefully you'd rather use a character that you've always liked, like Diluc. I remember Diluc being the coolest character at the time, back in 2021. Yeah, all the way back in 2021, when this game was first coming out. Early in, I think it was like maybe February or January, that very early on in the year. And Diluc was like when you were doing like the story mode, the campaign mode, using Diluc was hype because I didn't have any 5 stars at the time, and he just like, his movement was crazy compared to every character at the time. Just barrel rolling and flipping with the claymore everywhere. Yeah, it was gnarly. And so ever since then, we've had the pipe dream of clearing the Abyss on the regular with Diluc, becoming a Diluc main. And I can't claim to have the best Diluc build in the world. He's obviously using Kenich's Claymore. He is not using the Wolf's Greystone or the Redhorn Stone Thrasher. He is not triple crowned, and he's not crowned at all actually. And honestly, I think his artifacts are really good. They could be better, but not too much better. So the build's pretty good. I'll take a sip of coffee right here. But yeah, I've always really wanted to thrive with Diluc, and now with this team, especially in Sitlali, like Sitlali is so good too for pretty much any pyro or hydro DPS. She's a game changer. And Zhongli finally took a seat on the bench as a shielder, so sorry Zhongli. It's a sad, sad day when Zhongli takes the bench. No, I'm not saying Zhongli is, you know, washed or anything, or power crept, but for my teams, Sitlali works so much better than him. Especially when you have content that, you know, you need the Night Soul Blessings to cripple their shield, and the Hero of Cinder City is just a set that you want to abuse in this day and age. Right here we got one of my favorite bosses actually. I love that you can just plunge against him without even using Cloud Retainer. I find that it's best to weave in as many attacks with Diluc before this dude sends out its pulse, and then jump up and plunge, dodging his damaging pulse. Just to A, proc the energy particles using his skill, and B, just weave in some powerful damage in there. Get some melts going on, some vapes going on. Yeah. You're gonna see, I mean, you obviously know already, the last floor, last half, or last chamber, last half, is that lion from Leeway that is just so present in boss content and like Imaginarium Theater and Spiral Abyss content nowadays on Genshin. And he's a cool boss, I'll say that. I hope everybody's not getting tired of seeing me whoop on it. Yeah, it's the half after this half. Yeah, I'm kind of content maxing on Genshin now because this is my favorite video game of all time. Even more than Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 is second only to this game. Technically, I do love Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel as well. But that's only because it's just Yu-Gi-Oh! I like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In real life more than Master Duel. That's a completely different conversation. But, yeah. So sorry if I'm spamming Genshin for all the COD fans on here, or if people don't care about a Diluc team. I am just trying to content max on Genshin, and I'm super hyped to have finally cleared an Abyss with Diluc again, because you can probably count on one hand the amount of times I have completed that goal. Diluc and Eula are the big ones, and I'm confident that I wouldn't have been able to do it with Eula. Like, so very confident. But we will keep grinding, we'll wait for an opportunity, and pretty soon we're going to have C6 Kaya, so we're going to go for a DPS Kaya Spiral Abyss at some point, somewhere along those lines too. If anybody is still watching this video, let me know if I should pull for Sheilinin when she comes out, because I'm really trying to save up for a couple different things. I'm trying to save up for the possible Signora, for C6 Kujosara, and also R5 Staff of Homa, and Ito's signature weapon, the Red Horn Stone Thrasher. And not in that order in particular. Like, I don't really care as much about Staff of Homa as I do about the other things, but yeah. So I don't know if I should save or pull for Sheilinin, because she seems like a pretty invaluable character. Look it, we're not even letting this boss up off the ground. We are literally kicking it while it's down with this team. And, you know, granted this is probably not as much damage as, you know, a team that isn't Diluc, but he's back, baby! Diluc is usable, and we don't even have Cloud Retainer. This is not even off of plunge damage, which is huge. All you needed to do was pull for 2 Natlan 5-stars and a Fontaine 5-star to complete this entirely 5-star Diluc DPS team. Yeah, we did it. Now on to the builds. We got Diluc on the 4-piece Crimson Witch. Got Kenichi's weapon, like stated previously. And I got a couple different builds for Diluc. I remember when Burgeon was really hype, and I tried it, and it just didn't go as well for some reason. I think that was a shot in the dark, you know. That was kind of coping back when we were like, Diluc's usable again. Burgeon is great. Burgeon was usable at best, especially on my account, and especially with Diluc. But then Silali, we got Hero Ascender City, I believe. I think we put Mavuika on Lava Walker just to, you know, give us less pyro resistance. And Farina had Tenacity of the Millilith just to get the buffed off-field damage. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're a Diluc main, get out there, man. This is your time. And I love you guys. God bless you. Peace out. I'll see you next time.